One thing I've learned about s slowly DCAing Hylon shares once a week, every week, is it kind of emotionally messes with your head. And I started just accumulating Hylon shares each week. I think around like the beginning of June of 2025, and of course I purchased a lot more in November of 2024. But when I started doing it in June 2025, it's kind of like I thought I would be able to set and forget it and just let it go. And but as I'm doing it, it's like I remember at some points I'm thinking this is a really bad idea. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm talking with my brother. He says, "Oh, don't invest in Hyliion. Nuclear energy is where it's at." But I kind of ignored him. But still, it kind of investing in Hyliion just kind of like messes with your head, because what I found out I started to do is like I would go and delete the reoccurring investment, which means I would stop weekly buying shares on a weekly basis, and then a day or two later, I would go in and put that recurring investment back in place so it would keep doing what it's doing. And I didn't do it once; I did it like several times, and still I'm accumulating shares. And when I saw the announcement for phase two of the Navy contract, I'm thinking, okay, things are on the right track, which it's not surprising that they got the phase two of the Navy contract. But it kind of gives me positive affirmation that this is maybe the right thing to do. And one thing that they've recently started doing, maybe the marketing people are bored, or maybe they're on the verge. One hypothesis is they may get canned, so that they may as well start actually doing work and doing stuff. But you notice that there is a kind of, they're like doing this marketing campaign, because usually the videos are posted to YouTube and only YouTube, but now they're being like, some videos are being posted to YouTube, others are being posted to X, and then there's some like shorts on Instagram. And now there's an account that it's appeared on StockTwits. So it's not just X and YouTube, but they've essentially doubled the amount of social media platforms that they're using. And that doesn't include LinkedIn, that's another one. Um, and then recently they've started showing pictures of generators being built in their Houston, Texas facility, because before it was just the focus was on Ohio, which is the research and development facility. I'm like, why are you showing that one and not the Texas one? Now they're showing the Texas one. So I don't know what's going on over there. I just kind of see this kind of marketing content. Maybe it's another S word, or the strategy is they're doing like another content marketing strategy thing. I don't know if something big is coming or not, but I have a feeling they're not doing it just for the sake of doing it. They're doing it for some sort of reason. Not really sure why. But on another side note is that since I've been weekly buying shares of Halion, and what I've noticed is that the recent several months of buying shares is those are up in price, and that was before the that was when I was looking at when it was $1.70 a share. I know that everything has gone up because everyone's excited because the Fed's decreased interest rates by 1/4%. So everyone's super excited. But with weekly dollar cost averaging, I don't care. It's going to buy it anyway. I mean, they could come up with bad news next week. It doesn't matter. It's just gonna the auto investment thing I've got going on is it's gonna buy shares. I mean, they could announce something exciting. It doesn't care. It's just still going to buy it. And I'm still going to plan to do this through the end of the year and then just cut it off and just sit on those shares. Uh, and not only like buying it right now between the end of the year is like emotionally challenging. The harder part is if that's a big thing. If it hits the $4 to $6 range, the hard part is to do nothing. No options trading, no selling covered calls, no trying to get out of the position. Just hold. Just hold, do nothing, go back to like my regular index fund investing and pretend like these highly owned investments, like it doesn't really matter. There's better things to do and focus on. That's going to be the harder part. That's assuming if it reaches that level, and then you could say, how high can it go? And there's like a video that I think Helion posted on X, and I think it was of Thomas Healy doing like this interview with like the School of Hard Knocks, and he's talking about how Hyliion is like at one point it reached $1 billion, $1 billion valuation. And I'm asking myself, why are they showing that? I mean, could it really hit that again? And if it were to hit it again, and if you're to divide 1 billion divided by the number of shares that Thomas Healy has, it it gives you a number that's like in the $20 range, which is a lot more than $4 to $6 per share. I mean, $20 a share, that $20 to $30 a share, that would be more awesome. So that's why I'm thinking just don't do anything. Of course, all this is speculation around the $4 to $6 mark. But over time, Thomas will just automatically be given more shares. So the $20 to $30 mark over the time, that's going to start decreasing in price because you take $1 billion and divide it by a larger number, it's going to give you a lower cost per share. But this could be like multiple billions of dollars. Again, no one knows. They know. They're not telling us. But yeah, I'm just gonna DCA, continue to DCA through the end of the year, and I may delete the recurring investment some more and put it right back in a day or two later. Yeah, that's all I had for this video.